Okay, so let's just do this. Let's do this. I'm in my room at the Grand Sahate in Bali, Indonesia. My belongings are spread all around the room. I have everything everywhere in the most chaotic of ways, and I'm in the process of packing. I'm in the process of emergency packing to leave Bali today. I just booked my flight half an hour ago, and I'm leaving Bali today. I'm leaving Bali today because there is a volcano, Mount Agung, that has, over the course of the last week, been escalating in terms of an impending eruption. There are earthquakes every day, there are tremors, hundreds of tremors every day. Basically, it is going to erupt within minutes, hours. Nobody really knows when it's going to erupt, but the predictions are that it is not a matter of if, but when. At the moment, 50,000 people have been evacuated from the area right around the volcano. Here in Ubud, we're about 30 kilometers away from the volcano, so we're not in the immediate danger zone. However, there is a danger of ashfall, and ashfall apparently is very serious. Ash, not to be confused with dust. Ash kind of acts like smoke in that it is made of very, very tiny particles that permeate anything and everything. But those tiny particles are like little jagged pieces of glass. They're very sharp. They're pieces of lava, basically, that have been pulverized. Throw in there some volcanic gas and like sulfur and cyanide, and you have a pretty toxic cocktail that is going to fill the air. This ash fall can last for quite some time, and it can take days to settle. And I have friends of friends who survived the last eruption of Mount Agung in 1963, and they said in Ubud there was over a foot of ash. It's one of those things that, it's almost guaranteed to destroy electronics. No matter where you are when the ash starts falling, you are going to be stuck in that place for probably days. Ideally, you're going to be in a place that is sealed and airtight, but most places in Bali are not sealable or airtight. So it is, I haven't survived this, I don't know, but the idea is that you're basically you're just stuck wherever you are for a period of days. Hopefully you have enough food and water to get you through that period of time. And then even after the ash is finished falling, there's an extensive cleanup process which stirs all the ash up again. If we should be so lucky to receive rain after the ashes started falling, then the ash basically turns into cement. So it's no longer obviously airborne, which is lovely. But for example, the weight of the ash plus rain on roofs will collapse roofs. So it is a very grim picture for what could happen in the next few minutes, hours, days, weeks, months. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, there's an 80% prediction that it's going to happen in the next few days. There's a 90% prediction it's going to happen in the next few weeks. And it is a very difficult thing to live hour by hour and day by day in this fashion. Apparently, I have a warning of minutes to hours from the time that the volcano erupts to the time that the ash is going to start falling. With minutes to hours to get to a place that is safe, I don't really even feel that I can be more than a few minutes from my place of accommodation. This room is beautiful. This room is the closest thing to airtight I can probably get in Bali. I have food, I've got an air mask, I've got everything that I need here to survive. But am I willing to spend I've got 3 weeks left in Bali. Am I willing to spend the next 3 weeks living no more than 2 minutes from this hotel room in the fear that ash is going to start falling? And then once it does start falling, of course, all the airports are going to be closed. How long are the airports going to be closed? I don't know. Days, weeks, longer? I have a flight to catch in 3 weeks to India. Am I prepared to miss that flight? By the same token, life in Ubud is so easy. It's beautiful. It's a wonderful place. It's a very healing place. The people are gorgeous. And the local Balinese people really actually don't seem all that concerned. I spoke to a man this morning who did an offering ceremony for the mountain, and I said, how do you feel about the mountain? And he said, we are Balinese. It will be, he said, I think it will be okay. Okay, great. I didn't get a chance to ask him what sort of preparation he's done, but my impression is that the amount of preparation that people are doing here is fairly minimal. Which begs me to wonder if I'm overreacting for having bought a plane ticket to fly out of here today. As soon as I booked the plane ticket, I felt like I was overreacting. I don't necessarily fear for my life, although I do think that it's certainly probable that my electronics could be completely destroyed, which, you know, my computer and my phone alone that's a loss of, you know, thousands of dollars of equipment. And there's also a good chance that I would miss my onward plans to India in 3 weeks. You know, that alone, I guess, was part of my justification to leave. The resounding advice that I got from abroad was, why stay? Why put yourself in the path of potential harm? Even if it's not harmful, even if the volcano doesn't go off, if you have an option, why not take it? What makes this a really difficult process for me is all the people that I'm leaving behind here. I should be so lucky to book an airplane and to go stay with some friends in Jakarta who have so generously opened up their homes to me. What about the Balinese people who are here, who don't even have an option to leave? It feels like either I'm overreacting or it just makes me feel bad. It makes me feel bad in every way. Since the news of this volcano was aired in Canada last night, my father calls me. What's going on, Nora? You haven't told me anything. I haven't told him anything because I didn't want my father to worry. And now he knows. Now he knows there's a volcano. And he heard it on the Canadian news. So this story is making its way around the world, and here I am in this world where so many people don't seem concerned. And yet, as I understand it, just outside this town and on this island, on this very island, are 50,000 people who have been evacuated from their homes because of this volcano. I wanted to share this with you because this is a very real moment of travel, and there's a lot of things going on in the world these days. There's hurricanes and earthquakes and cyclones and typhoons and volcanoes. And whether we are traveling or whether we are in our own home and backyard, it seems that Mother Nature is having a bit of a field day with us. But these challenges are especially difficult to take when you are traveling. You might be alone, you might be isolated, you might not know what's going on, you might not know what you need to do in order to be safe. I've done the best job I could to educate myself and also to not get carried away with the rumor mill, which is alive and well here at the moment. And to try to inform myself as best I can about what I need to do in the case of an emergency, and also when it's best to just get out. And at the moment I've decided it's just the best idea to get out. I don't have anything to prove to anybody in staying. And I pray that I'm overreacting. At least if I'm overreacting, then nobody gets hurt. All right, I have to keep packing. But I will keep you updated as to how this goes as it goes. See you soon.